Outside the Arena, when sports fans look at happenings in the larger society. Sports fans, time to know what's going on around us. It's Outside the Arena.
Okay, Outside the Arena, and you're welcome to the show. It's about time for us to get started. Today's topic is basically about a Lagos woman who was actually sentenced just a few days ago. Lagos State High Court in Ikeja sentenced a 29-year-old woman, Onyinyechuku Akunne, to 7 years imprisonment for killing her husband, Mr. Abuchi Akunne, with a kitchen knife. Now, it was learnt that the incident occurred during an argument over Baba Ijebu, and Akunne was sentenced by Justice Josephine Oyefeso following a plea bargain agreement where the initial one count of murder was committed to a charge of grievous bodily harm. Of course, the justice who sentenced her, Justice Oyefeso, while giving her judgment, noted that the convict acted out of anger and thus advised her to always keep her anger in check. And before the sentence was pronounced, the ladies' counsel actually tried to plead with the judge to temper justice with mercy, and the judge ordered the convict's daughter that she gave birth to in the prison that the baby should be in the custody of any of the parents' relatives immediately after she was weaned. And it will be recalled that this occurred in 2015, and of course it was during a struggle for the knife. The convict had actually stated that Abuchi, her late husband, used to lose large sums of money to Baba Ijebu, which she had warned him to desist from playing. And so he came back home angry after losing a huge sum to Baba Ijebu, and she kept telling him that he needs to stop playing that, and he refused to stop. And it resulted into an argument, and he started to beat the woman in question, and he allegedly picked the knife up that the woman was using to slice vegetable in an attempt to cut her. And so during the point of struggle for the knife, she pushed the knife into the man's chest, and that was how the man died. Anyway, so a lot has been said about this. A lot of people have been talking about the sentence. So we're going to take a look at it right now. You can drop your comments on Facebook and Twitter. All right, so and definitely, we would love to hear from you. Drop your comments on Facebook and also on Twitter, so you can drop your comments on there so we can get to find out what you have to say. So the question is, what do you make of the 7 years imprisonment that was given to this woman for killing her husband, given that she pleaded guilty, and of course she was given 7 years? What do you make of the sentence that was given to her? And of course it was backdated. They started to count from the 2015 when she was arrested. So a lot of people are saying that it was too lenient. The judgment was too lenient. So we're going to take calls from you. 7 years imprisonment was what was given to this woman, and what do you make of the judgment? All right, so we're going to take the call. 07000000889. Again, that's 07000000889.
Examining issues that affect sports fans in the larger society. This is Outside the Arena.
All right, so let's go for the next. Let's go for the comments before we go for the information. Let's go for this one. How are you? Good morning. Hello.
Hello, okay. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is John back on the line.
All right, John.
Yes, I think the sentence was fair. I think it's fair, even though I understand that what happened between the woman and her husband was an accident. You understand? The woman never had any intention of murdering her husband. Just that it's unfortunate that it happened that way. And we should all understand that most women are hot-tempered. It's an advice to every husband that they should manage their wife not to offend them. They can easily get angry and anything can happen. Nobody knows what transpired between both of them, whether it was a struggle or she intentionally stabbed her husband. Nobody knows, but I believe she was cajoled to accept the guilty, to plead guilty, so that her sentence can be reduced.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, and the woman had been telling her husband about gambling, and the husband did not desist, like I told you, in what actually transpired, what she told the court, and what she pleaded guilty to actually killing her husband. And so 7 years was given to her. And like I said, it started counting from 2015, and the judge actually gave her 7 years. So what do you make of the judgment, really? Let's quickly go for the next one. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, is that Brilla FM?
Yes, Sports Radio Brilla FM.
Yeah, sorry, there is something I want to find out, please.
Okay, if you have questions, all you need to do is just get on our Facebook and also on Twitter. The administrators would respond to your tweet once you drop your tweet. Let's keep it this way and, of course, continue with the show that is going on. Hi, how are you? Hello? All right, Sports Radio Brilla FM. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Odi.
Yes, welcome.
My name is Romeo. I'm calling from Angabarat.
Your name is?
Romeo.
Romeo. Okay, Romeo.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the issue now is somehow because the woman in question, she wasn't happy. Maybe in the house now, the man would not be bringing money for the food, bringing money to take care of the children. But she uses a large amount to play that is which is wrong. It's too wrong. Let them look after their family. It's wrong. And again, the year time given to the woman is fair. But all I know is they should suffer justice for mercy.
Okay.
She did not intentionally mean to kill the husband. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. And yes, it's worthy of note that she was pregnant at the time that happened. So let's quickly go for this. This is Ayola says, well, this is a very big lesson to those who are easily driven to anger to react, because women know how to talk to their women need to know how to talk to their husbands peacefully, and men should please watch their excesses. The sentence should have been a bit longer based on good behavior. She might go, but she might even go sooner than expected. And this is another, this is coming from Ugani Emmanuel. He says, well, the judgment is fair and okay by me, because the deceased have been beating the woman so nobody could help her, and I'm sure that the woman did that to defend herself because of the actions of the husband. And let's quickly go for another. It's coming from Monyeka. It says gambling can become an addiction, so it's a really sad story for the young girl. So the young child now has no dad, and the mom has now become a murderer. All right, so let's quickly go for another. It's coming in from Akira Kechuku. Says, good morning, Oge. For me, she deserves the imprisonment for killing her husband, which is a big blunder. And this is another, is coming from Venerandus Chimeze. It says, Oge, I think the 7 years is way too small, very, very small. Why not about 27 years or life imprisonment, or even sentence her to death? All right, so we're going to quickly go for the latest information, and then we'll come back to take the calls.
Examining issues that affect sports fans in the larger society. This is Outside the Arena.
Okay, outside the arena, well, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, will supplement the investment of Valentine Chickens, a subsidiary of Shango Farms Holding Limited in Kwara State, with a loan of 2 billion naira from the Commercial Agriculture Credit Scheme. And CBN's Governor Godwin Emefiele stated this when he visited the farm, and he noted that the loan is to support value chain in chicken production with the potential of employing more youths. And Emefiele, who was accompanied by the Senate President Bukola Saraki, Chairman Senate Committee on Agriculture Abdullah Adam, and Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed, expressed satisfaction that the critical sectors in the farms are managed by Nigerians. And away from there, well, Acting President Professor Yemi Osibajo yesterday underscored the need for public partnership, saying it was very necessary for Nigeria's economic growth. And he said the government alone could not achieve the objective, but assured that it would provide the enabling environment for business to thrive. And Osibajo spoke at the third presidential quarterly business forum that was held at the Old Banquet Hall of the State House, Abuja. And away from there, let's let you know the reports of the three-man presidential committee that investigated the secretary to the government of the Federation, SGF, Babachir Lawal, and the Director General, Nigerian Intelligence Agency, NIA, Ayoke, is yet to be made public. Both men stand suspended suspended, a presidency source has revealed. And investigations revealed that chairman of the committee, acting President Yemi Osibajo, would not take any soft measure that may exonerate Lawal and Oke. And the way to the power generation. Well, power generation has risen from 3,161 megawatts to 3,578 megawatts over the weekend as electricity generating companies Genco's continue to increase generation after the recent system collapse. Now, a few days ago, electricity supply in Nigeria had actually dropped by 29% because of a system collapse that affected the generation, transmission, and distribution of power nationwide. Now, investigations had showed that the power generated was inadequate, considering the nation's over 15,000 megawatts estimated daily national demand.
Examining issues that affect sports fans in the larger society. This is Outside the Arena.
Okay, so quickly, let's go to Twitter, and this is coming in from Iguesios. He says, this case is an eye for a tooth, and this is another, it's coming from Mekhalhil. He says, the judgment is not lean because it was not intentional. She struggled to defend herself from her husband, and that did not try to take correction. And this is another one. Let's quickly go for this. Is King Fabulous. He says, well, for me, 7 years is too small. It's her husband, and I know that they have children too, so it's bad. That's in my mind's eye too. All right, so let's quickly go back to the phone lines. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. All right, welcome.
Please, having law and punishment for offenders is to serve as deterrent to others that will not try, we should not try it. Now, this case serves as a deterrent case. It's not that somebody, if you did give something, that should be pat on the back for killing human being. If you also think that the man was taking her, one of the incapacitated the man by stabbing him and on the hand. When she went to the church, people are cutting them again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's as much as we can take for now. And of course, we're gonna just shift now to SA to hear his views. How you doing, SA? Morning.
I did very, very fine. Good morning, my sister.
Yeah. Okay, so this woman, you heard the story.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you make of the sentence?
I think the judge, when you submit yourself under a competent judge with jurisdiction to handle a case, then you should also submit yourself to the ruling. I've not seen any ruling in any court ever will please everybody. There's always people where they agree. There's people who say they're not dissatisfied. But I'm not there in a competent position to even disqualify the judgment of the judge or argue against it, because I don't even know what the penalties be. And from the explanation, it be like self-defense. Is that not what they call manslaughter? Not be direct, not so. If you look at well, the law also go in line with the judgment what the court give. No matter how much law we will not know past the judge. That's something we should understand. And then the argument of both the defense and prosecution attorney also come to play in the whole of the matter, because judges look after the facts of the matter, so not the sentiment of the matter. I think it's okay. They still get children. Any woman know that if they put her for life imprisonment, they don't turn that picket to. I should say come back and take off her picket now.
Okay. All right, so that's the way we're going to wrap up the show. Meta Parliament is up next. I'll be back by 11:30. I am Oge Chukukama Ogwo.
Please stand up out of your seat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. Let's go.
Today is definitely gonna be a good day.
Okay, are you ready?
We are Sports Radio 88.9 Wheeler FM.